Okay. Then first of all, we talk about the consolidate option, right? So I make a new sheet for the consolidate, click on it, and name it also consolidate. For now, this is your consolidate example. Okay. And then I make something for example of consolidate. You know what the consolidate?
Consolidate is well, basically combine basically.
Combine. What's combine?
If you want
Suppose
to
here
combine, if you want
I
to
have an
combine two,
item and then amount. Yeah, for sales. Anything you can write here. We have the items where many of items are there. Yeah, for upon suppose here I check the some other way. Suppose here my agent name. Okay, salesman's name. Yeah, here we have a salesman. Okay? And then here is sales of the month. Suppose here I say salesman's name is Kamal. And next one is here Kamal. Anmol. This is your three salesmen right here. And then his sales is suppose 56,000. One of the sale is 57,000. One of the sale is 43,000. Okay. One of the sale is 43,500. For, I think, check is for the January month. Jan to 2025. Okay. This is for January month right here. Okay. Then you can use it. I just convert this thing. To do this, just use this part. And also, I must say, okay, this you are the boss. Here you have the January 2020 sales. Okay. And I copy this and paste it here, same as it. And here we I like a February. Okay. February 2020 sales and then change this to sell value. Suppose here this time you can sell it 51,500. This time sell is your 300. Okay. And this is for 3,100. Okay, this is your February sale right here. And then again, I make some other data. Here we say make this data, right? This is for the February. This is for the March. And this is for the April. Okay. And here, this is your data. Okay. And then I just change this to different formulas. Okay. And then again, here we write other thing. Okay. Here is formula. And then I want to show this quarter formula. I want to see so here is a quarter sales. Okay. And this is your sales name, right? I delete all the data. And then I want to show this data in this part, okay, in this cell. Then what will we do? Just come to this part and then go to the data tab here and then come to the consolidate option, okay. Just click on the consolidate option. Okay? And here we have the consolidate. What we want to do? Sum, count, average, anything you can want to do it here. Okay. I want to submit all the values. And then for next one is you select the data. This is your data right here. Okay, I selected it. And then add first. Then again, I select other data. And then again, I add it. Okay. And then again, I select this data. Okay, each and every data is selected. And then I add it. Okay. And here, I selected each and every data right here. And then add it. Okay. After that, you add everything. You can just click on the left row and then click on OK. And what you get here, here we got the all total sum of this data. Okay. we have the data in your different sheets of also we take this part. Okay, this is called your consolidate. That's clear.
Yes. Why did you select the left row there?
because because here we have the data name is in left row. Okay. Okay. Here for the data is in my left row. There's just why we select the left row. Okay. And then here we have the total values right here. Because in this case we don't want to total of this part, total of this part only.
Okay.
Okay. That's
Understood.
clear. This is just a sense of the we have the common data in each and every month and in each every sales for any post, and then we want to sum of the directly to the new sheet. Then you can use the consolidate. This is your consolidate simples. That's clear.
Yep.
Okay, that's good. Then come to the next part is your forecast sheet. Okay. You know about the forecast?
It's basically projecting what would be the future based on the current values.
Yeah, right.
So, in the same way, like how this quarter is, let's say we did whatever 2 lakhs, and then what would be the projection for next quarter based on the last 2 quarters and whatnot.
Yes, that's right. Okay. This is just you say that your quarter. Suppose you have the quarter one. Like quarter one sales you here we write here the heading is situation. Okay. And then here we have right here is a revenue sales, anything you can write here. And then here we have to write here is a quarter one. Okay. This is your quarter one. And then quarter one sales, I remember is my 10 like 563,900, 902. Okay. 900. This is your total sales in your quarter one. That's it. Okay. For quarter two, I write here is suppose here in quarter two, I have the sales in 9,800, 300. Okay. This is my quarter one sheet. Okay. And then here we have to quarter three. Okay. And then quarter three is 11,057,800. Okay. This is my 11 quarter three. Okay. This is your total values right here. Okay. And then I want to calculate quarter four directly on the behalf of this. Then how can we do this? Okay, here we don't have right now is a quarter four, but I want to calculate this for future value of the quarter four. What's if this is my data of the quarter one, quarter three, and quarter four? Then I want to calculate quarter four values. How can we do that? This is future value. Okay, quarter four is just coming right here. Just calculate this future value. It's a predicted value, not the actual value. It's just predicted value. How can we do this? For this purpose, we have one formula of the forecasting also. Here we write here is a forecast. Okay, where we use a forecast last. Okay, and then here what you do? Here we have the x. X is my this. Okay, and then formula. Then here you know known y's because this is my sale report and this you will be select and known access. Okay, this is your quarter one, quarter three, and then what you do? Just click on enter. Okay. Oh, so I forget about it. This is right here. Okay, because here his checks only numeric value. That's why we change this as a numeric because in the text value is not identified. Okay. Okay. That's why I change this as a numeric value because it's calculation based on the numeric. Okay. Here, what we get here? Here we got a value in forecast value. This is my forecast value of quarter four.
Okay. Can you do that one more time?
Okay, I do one more time. Okay, there you go. I delete it. Okay, and first of all, remember this: you always take a numeric value inside it. Okay, you have to write here as quarter. Just 1, 2, 3, 4. You can write here. Just use this equal to. Right here is a forecast. Here you have a formula of forecast. Okay. Use a forecast slide and back it on. And first of all, write is x value. X value is this value. Okay. Which value you want to see. Okay. Next one, known YS. Known one YS means which one value you want to calculate, and you have to know these values. Okay. This cell value I know it. Okay. And on behalf of this value, I want to calculate the future sales prediction. Right. And the next one is known access. Known access as this means which value you calculated in earlier. Okay. This is past value. Okay. This is quarter one, two, three. I selected it. And this bracket is closed. And then just hit the enter. Then you get the forecast data, forecast report of the quarter four. Okay. Forecast sales value of the quarter four. This is only a prediction, not the actual value. As actual sale values will be is different. Okay, it's not the actual right here, but just you calculate the actual values. This is happened. That's clear.
Yep. How do we generate a chart like a graph
Yeah.
from this one?
Yeah, by use of forecasts, you can generate a chart and then also a graph for this part. Okay. Then come to this part, I want to generate this data by use of the forecast sheet. Okay. Here we have the use of the formula also. We have the formula of forecast also. I must check this out. Okay. Then we can click on the forecast sheet. This is your forecast sheet option. Just click on it. And then here we have this chart right here. Okay. And then if you want to create and then we want to end your forecast. I want to show the value in 4, 5, 6. You want to or more quarters, you can add it. But here we have to take the values from 4 quarters, not the other quarters right here. And you want to create your sheets and charts, and then also for this graph. Okay, just click on the create, and then what we do? If you know which one you want to do, if you want to this type of charts and this type of chart, you can select it. But better is your line chart. Okay, and then just click on the create button. Then what will be happen? Here we have the created a new sheet right here, and then this is your data. This is your forecast data. Okay, where we have the quarter one sales, quarter two sales, quarter three sales, and then here this is calculated your quarter four sales report. Okay, here we have this calculator of this quarter four sales report, and then also this is calculate this lower confidence bound sales report and then upper confidence bound sales report, and this is also shown in this data forecast sheet also. Okay, you can also write in the format because I just use it. Okay. Yeah, this is your data forecasting. Okay. Simple way of your data you forecast it. Okay. Here we have sales, forecast sales, lower confident, upper confident values. Each and everything you can use it right here. Okay. You want to access title, then you can use the access title, chart title, what you don't want to do, and data level I use it. Okay. This is your data. Simple. Okay. Here we have the report of this part. Okay, you have to make your report, forecast report if many of them. Here I checked the only example of quarter section 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 quarters is calculated yourself. And then just check this out. Make this this value is 11 lakh 65,000. Here we data is your sources 11 lakh 74,000. Okay, this is your forecast sales report. Okay. Okay, sorry. This thing is calculated because we have the multiple forecast value right here. Okay, the note of the each and values will be know about it because this is a research paper right here, and then this is I think okay, this is calculate dot ETS value. Okay, ETS value is other thing of the forecast report. Okay, if you research on this is forecast is very much type because we're here you use this. Here we have multiple things of the forecast here. ETS confidence, seasonality, state, linear, text. I use simple forecast formula here. That's why
Okay.
my value is different right here. Okay, each and everything is different for this. This is your research paper. You search in the Google and then access to the ChatGPT. Is so about versus they are ETS was they mean the ETS was they means different things. Okay, this is a simple forecast report right here. You can calculate anything and then any future prediction you can do it, and then also you can predict your lower value and then upper value right here. That's clear.
Yep.
Okay, this is simple forecast. Is not nothing is nothing is else. If you want to calculate this other quarters values right here, so to again to you want to just exact it, and then you can also calculate other values also. Okay, suppose I want to calculate 6 quarters, 5 quarters, and 6 quarters, then you can also calculate this also. Okay, just drag it, and then you calculate other months, other quarters, anything you can calculate. Right? Okay, not for one data, you can multiple data you can calculate for passage. Multiple months values, quarter values, anything you can calculate this section. That's clear?
Yep.
Okay, that's good. Okay, then then come to the next part is here is your group and ungrouping. Okay, you know about the group and ungrouping and subtotal. For this part, I want to show some examples. 1 second. I have some. Okay, no, that is. I make one. No, okay. Suppose I have to make something. Make something here. We have the items name, okay, and here it's price. For different items name is same, but price is different. Also, for I explain times 112. Here we have to check the items. Suppose here I want to buy a keywords in different price. Here we have the keywords, keyboard. And then I buy 5 keywords. And then again, what you want? I buy mouse here. And then I buy multiple of mouse right here. And then CPU, you buy it. I buy 3 types of CPU right here, 4 types of CPU. Android, I buy printer. And then different names of the print I want to buy. 1, 2, that's your value. This is it. And then here, we right here is the price. Okay. Suppose one keyword is your 1,000. Okay. Other keywords you have to 1,200. Okay. This is your price is. Okay. Here we have this. And then when we come to the mouse section, you have the 500 right here and then 700. Okay. And then each and every mouse have this on values. Okay. And then again, you have to want to CPU right here. And then CPU values I take is 9,000. Okay. And then 10,000. Right. And then this is your CPU value. And then I can buy a printer is your suppose is 12,500 and then 13,500 right here. Okay. And let's calculate this also. Okay. This is your simple data right here. Okay. And then this is data for the same keywords. Okay. Then I want to group it this thing. Okay. Then how can we do that for this part? Okay. For this of the grouping, I want to group this thing. And then what you do, just select off to all and then come to the data table here and then come to the click on the group. Okay. If you want to group one by one, then one just click on the group and then which want to group here. I want to group the those only. Then you can click on the rows and then what will happen here when we click on this parts here, your this data will be hide. Okay, and then if you want to show only one starting data site here, then you can use this data also. Okay, suppose here I want to ungroup it. Okay, you can also ungroup it, and then I want to group only this data. Click on the group, and here, first you want to group, just this data will group. Okay, and then when you click on, this will be all values will be hide it. Okay, this is use of the grouping and grouping values right here. Okay. If you have multiple data of same values, then you can use a group and ungroup. Okay. And then one by one, you can use this group and group. Okay. Okay, you can use the one by one and group it. Okay, and then if you don't want to group it, then just click on the ungroup section and then click on the ungroup. This is your ungroup the value. And again, this I want to not want to ungroup is this part. Is you can click on the ungroup also. Okay. Here, this is your data, and then you want to create your diet group. Right here, we can auto outliner or okay. Okay. Suppose here I click gets this data. This is the table, and then select it, and then I want to create auto outline. Okay, cannot create outline because this is doesn't identify it. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this is a simple way to group or ungroup the data. If you have the same data in multiple types, then you can ungroup group it, and then okay, this data you can want to ungroup it, then you can also ungroup this data. That's clear.
Yep.
Okay. Then come to the next part is your subtotal. Subtotal is mainly used for the subtotaling the values. Okay, if you have the data, and then I select this set. Here we I have a range this data. I just select this whole range and then click on the subtotal. This will be happen. One second. Okay. Here we got this data. Which value you want to sum it? Okay, and then which one to change this? Here we have the item side here, and then I want to sum the value. Okay, sum, count, average, any of these things you want to calculate this, and then click on display data, and then click on OK. Then what will be happen? Here we got the keyboard total, mouse total, CPU total, printer total, and then this is your grand total. Okay, subtotal is mainly used for the creating your subtotal of the common values. Okay, which common values you want, you just select it. Okay, and then select this data and then you use it. Okay, and this data will be also make a group and ungrouping, group your values also. Okay, you can click on it and then data will be hide. Okay, and then you can click on plus, your data will be shown. Okay, this is your basic data of group and subtotal right here. This is your outline. That's clear.
Yep.
Yeah, that's cool. Okay. This and then next one will become your data model. Okay, data model.
So
You know what? Yes.
before you go to data model, how does the group and ungroup differ from subtotal?
Okay.
Can you do
Uh,
so?
here,
It's all
here. One second. Okay. I hear the ungroup and group. You grouping the data, only data, but subtotal is used for the totaling the data. Okay.
okay.
Total data of the common section. Group with data use of the common parts. You can select it and then you can group it. Okay. And then sir, this is your you buy the manual way. Okay. Also you can use the auto outliner. This is not working right here, but says this work. Okay. If you have the data for multiple common values, then autoliner or also take this and then grouping this automatically. Okay. But here, okay. And then subtotal is used for the totaling the value and then also the grouping. Okay. All of says things will come by the subtotals. Okay. And ungrouping is used for the ungrouping the data. If you don't want to group it, then click on this and then ungroup the state. Okay. And click on the ungroup.
Okay.
Then you can ungroup it also. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
That's clear.
Yep.
Okay. Then come to the next way is data model. You know what the data model?
No.
No. Okay. When we click on the data model, okay, manage data model right here. When we click on the data model, just show is about the data model. Okay. This is your data model right here. Okay. But here, this is for not for this data. I make something else for this data because here we have to note any common data right here. This one I can't make your data model. Okay, data model is mainly used for the making relationship between your tables. Okay, make relationship between your table. Okay, then how can we get the table relation between table? If you have the one thing data, suppose here I open the some data site here. Just wait it because in this data we have the different types of data right here because in this case we don't apply data modeling. Okay, I choose other examples. Okay, just wait for a minute. I search the example. Okay. This. Select it. Okay. I make new sheet right here where we have the multiple data side here. Uh, Control and for new data sheet. And then first of all, I want to this is order details. Okay. I have a this data set. Okay. Select all and then copy this data and just come to the my new sheet. Just why I calculate this. Okay, and this will be calculate copy this data right here. Okay, and the name is my order details. Okay. Next one we have the data. Here we have order details and orders values right here. Okay, I just copy this part also and then copy this thing in my next sheet. Yeah. And then here we have the name is same as it is orders. Yeah. Then next sheet we have created because we have multiple data site type, pizza types. Okay. Here we have the pizza types. Select all, copy it, and then come to the next box. Okay. And then here I paste it, this data. And this is pizza type. Okay. Next one is your as for data. Is your pizzas. Copy this. And then I make this thing inside it. And here, this is my pizzas. Okay. Here we have this four tables right here. Just check this out. Come to the data tab right here. Okay. And then I want to make its data model. Okay. Just click on the data model, manage data model right here. Okay. Here I want to make this 1 second. Why data is not fetched right here? 1 second, data is not fetching. 1 second, I do it. Okay. Wow. GD relationship tape is height. Okay, why is it is height? 1 second. It converts in the format is a table. Okay. And then also for the spots. Right. Okay, then come to this thing. Oh, okay, this is relationship group here. Okay, here we have the relationship. Okay, just click on new. Okay, and then select the table, worksheet table one. Okay, this is my table. And then here we have to select the common details between them. Okay, if you want to create this relationship right here. Okay, here for this they were different. And then we have the common thing is order ID. Okay, and here I want to relate which table is orders. Okay, and then here for the orders, here we have the common values is order ID. I just relate these two tables. Okay, order details and orders just right here, and then click in the common relationship and create this relationship first. Okay, we calculate this, and then again if you want to new data creation, and then you want to create your relationship in this part, and then here we want to create the relationship and order details ID, and then and then again we can create yeah, again table and then just check this out. Oh no, here we don't have this part, and then table 4. Here we have the pizza ID right here. Okay, don't need it. Okay, then we can calculate this data. And then here we have order ID. Okay. Here we have to table tree. And then here we have the pizza ID right here. And then here we have the table tree for. And then in this case, we have the same pizza ID. Okay, pizza type ID. And then click on this type of OK. Okay, this is a new relation we created. And then here, again, we can create new relationship. One second. And then here I create a relation between table one and then take the pizza ID right here and then create the relation to the table three. Okay. Just create to common value and then take this out the common value right here and then create this relationship between them. Okay. Here we have to go to the pizza ID right here. Just take this out which value is common between them. Order details which value will be common. Okay. And just this is your data. Okay. You can create it. Okay. You can make the relationship right here. Here we have order ID, here we have pizza ID, and here we have pizza ID, pizza type ID, anything, okay? And then for this data, you can create on the manage data model right here. And then when we calculate it on this data, then what will you get here? Here we get this data, okay? Okay, this is so common data right here, and then come to this box. Okay, order ID, order details. If you want to see any data, suppose this data you want and this data you want. Okay, this data model is mainly used for the making relationship, and after that, by the making your relationship, then you can calculate data. Okay, this is
Yeah.
generally used for the making your relationship in this format, and then you can also create the pivot table for this format. Okay, and by use of this data, and then you can create the pivot table of also. Okay, new worksheet you can create it. And then here we have the multiple data right here. Okay, here we want to create anything. Suppose here you want to write here this pizza ID. Okay, and then you want to show the quantities value. Okay, so this is total quantity of this part, and then again you can show the value of second table data. Suppose here in this data, I think no. Here, if you want to show this data is prices, total prices here, then you can show it. Okay. Hmm. I manage this relationship, then what will you not happen? Okay. This thing is here. Suppose I remove this price value because I don't need it. Okay. Just make this relationship is correctly you build up. Okay. If you make your data model and after the data model, you can make your pivot chart. Okay. Of behalf of all the datas. Okay, then you can make sure you make your good relationship between them. Okay, if you have the pizza ideas and then I don't want to show the quantity right here, just show is in different thing. Notes here. I think here I want to show not a pizza ID. I use a pizza type ID. Okay, and then for the pizza type ID, I want to calculate this quantity, total quantity right here. Okay, got it. By use of the
Yep.
pizza type ID, I calculate the sum of the quantity. Okay, which ID of the pizza you can calculate this. Okay, this is a multiple table if you want, and then you can use it. Okay, and you want to sum of the calculation, you can also sum of this data right here. Okay, average of this data, sum of this data, size of the data. Okay, this is just used for the data. You compare with the data, make your relationship between the data, and then makes a pivot chart of this data for the behalf of the multiple datas. Okay, just clear. Okay, this is called
Yes.
data model. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. For this further bus, you can come this past data model. Same thing is come in the Power BI, and Power in Power BI is very vastly use of the data model. But here we have the data model for the making relationship, and after KTU pivot table on behalf of all the tables. Okay, we have the four tables, and then I make it. That's clear.
Yep.
Okay. Any doubts?
I'm good for now.
Good for now. Okay. Then do that this thing. Okay. Practice this thing, and then if you have any queries, then ask us tomorrow. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. This thing.